All right, students, as promised, I'm here again. I'm going to show you guys typically when people have extensive identity theft and they able to prove it, typically people in the industry do this. So when people say, okay, I'm doing a full sweep. So full sweeps consist of doing a identity theft affidavit like here was what I'm showing you. The FTC report, the identity theft letter inside your system, and sending all required documents. So typically that will make it called consisted of as a sweep, but I don't really call it a sweep. Like I said, I just call it, identity theft. If the clients, calls say, hey, I've been a victim of identity theft. I have paperwork to prove it and everything like that. So typically, that'll be the whole stuff. It'll be the full blueprint on what people call sweeps. And a lot of people use this form right here by itself, and they able to get a whole lot of items removed. And some companies just solely depend on this. But like I said, we know the laws and things like that. We're not depending on this. And then if you are depending on this, once you know who you are and read the laws, you should know what it's consisted of as identity theft. So, like I said, I like to start off. I'm not telling everybody to go and just do this. I'm just telling you to do this at your own risk if your clients have identity theft. And so you can know how to process clients who have identity theft because a lot of people don't know how to process those clients. All right, so typically what you want to do, you want to just fill this form out from start to finish. So you want to put the full name, you want to do the date of birth, social security number, driver license, the current address, how long you live at the address. You want to put the phone number, the client's email address. At the time of fraud, like I said, you can fill this out, but you can skip this if no information has changed. You can skip this entire information. I mean, the entire section. All right, you want to put the victim name here, phone number again. All right, right here you want to put you did not authorize anyone to use your information. You did not receive any monies or goods or services, and you want to put you are willing to work with law enforcement. You want to always make sure you check that. All right, so if you know about the fraud, you can just put that. You can tell them the person's name and stuff if you know about the fraud. All right. All right. Additional information about the crime. For example, how the thief gained access to your information, what document information was used. So basically, you can put something along the lines of, unauthorized use of your social security number, things like that. Somebody using personal information, a company or a person was able to receive goods and services in your name. All right, so you'll put that along the lines. All right, I can verify my identity with these documents. You can say I can verify my identity with a valid proof of address. I mean, a valid identification document, stuff like that. So you can just put this. You don't have to select this. All right, so the following personal information. You can put inaccurate information here. So if you are just trying to get names, addresses, and stuff off, you can just use this form. But like I said, this is an extensive form because you have to get it notarized. All right, so you put all the names and stuff here, names, address, and stuff like that. If you got inquiries, of course, you want to put the inquiry name with the date. You want to put the names with the date. You can just keep going until you are, until you're done. All right. You want to put the victim name and number again. Then here you want to put your accounts. So you want to put your account, you like I said, put the name of the institution. You don't have to put no contact person, phone, or extension. You can put the account number. You don't have to put no round number. You can put the account type, credit, bank, other, loan, internet, email. You can put whatever. And then you always want to put this account was opened fraudulently. You want to put the date that it was open, the date that you discovered, which is probably the day that you're doing this report, and the total amount of that account. So you'll do this for all your accounts. And then what make this even easier for you, you can add many of these pages to it as you can. So this page right here, page 4, you can add many page 4s until you put all the accounts on here. So you can have this as thick as possible. So that's why a lot of people in the industry use this first. All right, after that, you're gonna put I have not filed a law enforcement report. If you didn't, some people do file a police report, and you can just put you did. So you can just put I was unable. Normally we just put I was unable to file any law enforcement police report. All right. So you don't have to put none of that if you wasn't able. If you was able, you have to put that stuff like that. All right, so victim FTC complaint number, if available. So the FTC report, if you did the FTC report already, you can go ahead and put the FTC complaint number right there. All right, so you scroll on down, you go to victim name, put the victim name again, the phone number. All right, and then like this is your signature part right here, this signature part. So you can go ahead and like I said, you can go ahead and sign that and date that in the presence of a law enforcement officer, a notary, like I said, or a witness. So you can do that. Like I said, you can do that in front of them because you certify, to the best of your knowledge, that everything is correct, right? All right. So right here, this is your like I say, your affidavit, your affidavit. If you're not able to file that postal report, you will need that notary here. All right. So your notary will go right here. So the person who notarizing it, it'll go right here. It'll go right here. So witnesses, like I said, if you don't have a notary, most people, like I said, signing in front of a witness, so they able to kind of get through it just a little bit. Back in the days, I heard most people would do this witness part, and then they was able to get a lot of things removed as well. But your notary would typically go right here, and some people do get it notarized online at notarize.com, so they won't have to go to an in-person notary to get it notarized, so it can be quicker. So once you completely fill this out, front to back, you got that notarized. You did your identity, your FTC report. Like I said, if you got that notarized, that'll help as well. And then once you go back to your Credit Repair Cloud to your identity theft letter, you will need to attach all of that. So if you send it through your CRA, your 30 CRA, you can attach every single thing that you just did. But if not, you would have to print out. You would have to print out your FTC letter. You would have to print out your identity theft affidavit, which is this notarized. And then you had to print out your letter from CRC with your clients or your ID, proof of address, and social security card, package it all together, and then send it off to the credit reporting agencies. And then you should have no problem. Like, that is the double whammy. That's how most people process their sweeps from start to finish. That's the only thing they are doing. There's nothing else you really can do when it comes down to a sweep. And then most people do this alone as well. They do this alone as well with a letter out of your system, like an FTC letter. So most of them do this alone with the FTC letter, and they're able to do real good as well. But like I said, me typically, I'm only doing this if my clients have identity theft and they consent to them having identity theft. All right, so I hope that's able to help you guys. And any question you have, put it in the group.